your nose.
You weren't listening to me. Alright, we have plenty of carrots. Save the chicken. I'm trying, my stomach is upset, okay?
Oh, that's good.
She didn't get me, did you? There, get back in here to get my roll.
Please subscribe show. YouTube Cole Spivey.
Yeah, man. Let's gotta go bye-bye. Gotta get rid of that.
It's fine.
It's been in water for 3 hours. It's growing back to me about this.
It's been in the refrigerator. It's like soup.
Let's soak it in water.
You can put soup in the same thing. You can make soup and heat it up and put it in the refrigerator. It's the same thing. What would be the
You
difference?
could eat it.
Well, I mean, what's the difference? If it had meat or something in it, it's just refrigeration. I'm going to turn this light on rather than the other light.
Sweetie, do you get that on camera, did you?
No, I only got like a little tiny bit of your knee. I could already tell I'm not that stupid. Okay, I'm going to turn this one down about
I
this.
just don't feel well right now, so I need to calm down, okay?
Well, I know. We got to get up. I got everything set.
It's already 1 o'clock. Okay.
So you said one more time?
You quit it! Cute. If you need to go play around and do what you gotta do, go in the other room. Okay, I can't stay up till 5 o'clock. Sweetie,
Well,
what the fuck are you doing?
it's just a lantern.
Don't shove a light in my face.
Well, sorry.
I get so touch. This is no time for games, okay? I don't feel well. Give me my fucking tongue. If you want to play around, you go over there in the living room.
Here's the tongue. There.
You're
And
doing it again.
I'm turning it off.
No, you're not.
There.
So disgusting. Why do you do it?
What? I didn't do anything wrong.
Yeah, you did.
Good night.
You want to play around? Go over there. Stay until 4.
No, I'm going to bed. Okay, good night. Good night. Good night.
What's in the road?
Shh. There she blows, the old Lake Worth. You can see in the corner that lonely boat dock, which represents so many things. Not a lot of people out this morning fishing or skiing or jet skiing, but there does look like a little, I don't know if that's a surfboard or what that is right there. Something floating there. But anyway, oh, Critter woke up. Good morning, Critter. Oh, we got a speeder. Watch out. I'm going 60. Anyway, he must be on an important meeting. Ooh, and look at this sun right here. Sunrise. And welcome to the Please Subscribe Show. Well, I told Linda about the Roanoke, and that's in Roanoke, Texas. Well, it's called the Classic at Roanoke. But it's got many nicknames. But anyway, it's also called the Classic. It's actually called the Classic. It's a restaurant. And I vlogged a little bit of it, and even the lobby and things like that. It's fairly expensive. But when I showed Linda the menu, she said, oh my goodness, or like that. I was like, well, you know, we could just get maybe an appetizer and just kind of vlog it. But it's kind of a drive. We did do the Mexican Inn. I had an okay experience there. That was on, I believe, the 2nd or the 1st. The 2nd, I think we did the Olive Garden. And we had an okay experience. So the waiter was a little bit snippety with us, you know, just kind of curt and not real compassionate. The other waitress was actually pretty nice, and there was a gentleman that worked there that was deaf, so he could not hear. So we learned to tell him that my name is... So we used some sign language, and we realized that, you know, that this gentleman was completely deaf. So there's different levels of being deaf. There is a good play that it brings me back to, Children of a Lesser God. So Mark Medoff decided to sit down at a desk and write a play known as Children of a Lesser God. Later, it was adapted into a movie. So Children of a Lesser God focuses on the conflict between Sarah Norman, the deaf student, and her teacher, James Leeds. So James is spelled with a J, then A, M, E, and I believe S. Leeds. So they have a conflict in the relationship, and that's kind of what the play's about. It's, you know, you could say it's kind of about romance. They did turn it into a movie. Children of a Lesser God was created, or wasn't created, but it was, I guess I always say that, it was adapted into a screenplay, and it was released in the movies in 1986. Randy Haynes is the director. Mark Medoff's play took 6 years until they finally decided to turn it into a Hollywood movie in 1986. His play was well known in 1979, so it's a long time to be on off-Broadway or Broadway or wherever it floated around. If it toured, you know, 6 years just going around touring and being a play. Now it's a very popular play. Now let me tell you something. If an actor says, "Oh, I have that play memorized," they don't. You don't memorize sign language the same way you memorize speech. It's memorized like dance. It's very different. It's not the same. Your hands have to dance when you speak, because you learn, of course, you know, with route memory, but you also have to learn to speak with emotion with your hands. Okay, so it's more than just one thing. Anyway, the movie did come about in 1986. It is probably on my top 20 list. Some of my favorite actors are in Children of a Lesser God, which is a great title too. The first one, of course, is William Hurt. He was in a movie called The Doctor. And if you know my story about John Hurd, when I met John Hurd at the Fairmont Hotel when he was doing Pelican Brief, I thought he was William Hurt. So I was sitting there going, "You were good in The Doctor. We really liked you in Alice," the Woody Allen movie. And all these other movies that William Hurt was in. The Village hadn't come out yet, but anyway, it was, and then Marlee Matlin is in it too. I got a phone call. So in the film Children of the Lesser God, it follows a deaf custodian and a hearing speech teacher. So the hearing speech teacher they have a conflict on different ideologies about being deaf. And that's kind of one of the, I guess you could call it a plot, but it's not really plot based. I think maybe it's more character based. But when I saw it, I was impressed by one thing: the soundtrack is wonderful, the music, and also, of course, the acting. Marlee Matlin's best performance. I know an Oscar was involved somewhere down the line. William Hurt, of course, I don't know if he was nominated or not. He probably was. That guy's a ball right there. They say no blinker or anything. And I'm going relatively 60, which is the affordable speed. Anyway, see Children of the Lesser God, and if you're very fortunate, see the play. Because those actors work really hard to memorize that sign language. Right, there's that new bridge. You can see it actually is constructed all the way bent down here, so they've been working on it very hard. I mean, it's well constructed. It's not finished yet, but it's the bridge that's going to lead into Keller and bring people into Fort Worth and stuff. Pretty nice. The Children of a Lesser God is not just about deaf people. When you see a play, it's universal, so it can represent you in any circumstance. It's about people that are challenged, that have to go through life to get the things that we want, which we all are in one way or another. No matter who you think you are, you have some type of challenge, right? I can give you a lot of different examples, but you can put your own life into their situation. And any type of play, any type of movie that you see. I mean, it's everything from Terminator to Children of the Lesser God, or whatever it may be that you're watching. I don't know, The Color Purple, or let's say you're watching Saving Private Ryan, or 12 Monkeys. Whatever it may be. It's not just one movie is about one thing. Fight Club is also about Children of the Lesser God. You know, Colors, which was made by Dennis Hopper, is also about Rebel Without a Cause. They're all tied in. What a play is, or even a screenplay that you write for the movie, is it just represents a side of you. Because we're all in this world together, and we all go through similar experiences. There's nothing new under the sun, but there are new lives that are born. So what I'm trying to say, and there's new generations, what I'm trying to say is that you can put yourself in any type of situation, even in a vlog, a video log. You can put yourself in any type of situation. The reason I mention Children of a Lesser God is because it has to do with hearing. We learn through hearing. Everyone does. We learn the Word of God through hearing. Everyone does. Now, can a deaf person, a completely deaf person, can they hear? They can do it mentally. Okay? They can hear mentally. Even if they cannot hear the vibrations and their eardrums do not pick up the sound, they can hear it mentally. And they learn words through sight and through watching someone speak. Okay? They learn from sight and watching someone speak. So you can still teach the Word of God to a deaf person. Usually you have to do it through sign language, or you can do it through mime. There's different ways. Mime is a tough one because it's not dealing with just only sign language. Mime is dealing with a new art that has to do with silence. Sorry, I had to get that gesture out there. Silence. So that's the difference in mime and sign language. The reason we have the new art or the new theater, which is mime, may have to do with communication on a broader level, not just memorize lines and walk over stage left to stage right and say the line and then get off stage. You can't just do that in mime. It doesn't work. Because it's a new art. It's a new theater that we're still developing since, I don't know, probably like the 40s, since 1940s or 1950s. Theater, or the spoken word in theater or on stage, has been around for a very long time. 2,000 years before Christ came. It's been around for a very long time. They did have mimes back then, but they usually just juggled and stuff. They finally found their home on the stage with a little guy named Marceau, known as Beep. Because he was able to take dance theater, or what the crew was teaching, and turn it into characters and people. How he did it, we don't know. But he figured it out. So, anyway, any play can be done as mime, or you can even try doing a play in mime only. Not a lot of people do it. Some theaters do. But you take a play and you decide to cut all the actual words and language, and you express beyond the word. Because it can help the actor focus more on their body and expressing language through their body or through movement. it starts, of course, with isolations, and you have to understand Decroux. Etienne Decroux was a French, I just want to say French-Canadian, but I think it was just French. But anyway, you have to understand it. It's isolating each different parts of the body so that your body retrains itself and you can communicate words and ideas through only the art of silence, or only through the body. Marcel talked about mime being the art of silence.